You're face down in the freezing surf at Camp Pendleton, 200 hours, waves slamming over your back like they're trying to drown you on purpose. Your lungs are burning, your arms are locked with the guys on either side of you, and some instructor is screaming through night vision that you can quit anytime. Just ring the bell. Warm blanket, hot coffee, ride home. 3 guys already rang out tonight. You heard the brass echo across the beach each time. Your lips are blue. Your body is shaking so bad, the guy next to you thinks you're having a seizure. Welcome to the beginning of MARSOC assessment. This is where they find out if you've got what it takes to become a Marine Raider. Most don't. You're about to climb from a broke-ass candidate eating sand to the man who plans raids that never make the news. This is your life at every rank in the Marine Raiders. And brother, it costs more than you think. You volunteered for this madness after 2 combat deployments with the regular infantry. You thought you were hard. Then they dropped you into assessment and showed you what hard really means. No sleep for days. Cold water swims until your balls feel like they're crawling inside your body. Rucks that get heavier every single day. Live fire stress shoots where your heart rate is 180 and they still expect you to put accurate rounds on target while instructors are screaming in your ear and flashbangs are going off. Out of 200 and change who started, less than 30 will make it. The rest quit, get injured, or just break. And when they break, the instructors don't yell. They just point at the truck. That silence hurts worse than any insult. It tells you nobody here is begging you to stay. This place isn't trying to make you a raider. It's trying to find the ones who already are. You survived selection. Barely. Your feet are hamburger. Your shoulders look like someone took a cheese grater to them. But you're still standing when they hand you that dark green beret and tell you congratulations. You're now a critical skills operator. A Marine Raider. Level 1, the new Raider. You report to your team and realize real quick that earning the beret was just the price of admission. Now the real work starts. You're the FNG again. The new guy. Lowest man on the totem pole in a 4-man element where every single person can do every single job. They hand you the heaviest radio, the biggest ruck, and the shittiest watch schedule. You train like your life depends on it, because it does. Close quarters battle until your hands bleed. Live fire room clearing until the sequence lives in your muscle memory and you don't even have to think. You run until your lungs want to quit, then you run some more. You learn combat diving, military freefall, survival in places that want to kill you. And through it all, your team watches you. Not to haze you, to see if you belong. Your first real op comes 6 months later. Some shithole country most Americans couldn't find on a map. You fast rope in at night. The helo slips away and it's just you 4 against the dark. Your heart's hammering so loud you're sure the bad guys can hear it. But when the breacher blows the door and you flow inside, something clicks. All the training takes over. You clear your sector, put rounds on threats, and when it's over, your team leader just gives you a small nod. That nod means more than any medal ever will. You're no longer the new guy. You're an operator now. Level 2, years start stacking. You've done 3 deployments. You've got scars you don't talk about and memories that don't fit in normal conversations. You're the guy the new raiders watch when they think you're not looking. You teach them the little things that keep you alive. How to read a room before you enter it. How to listen to the silence between gunfire. How to stay calm when everything is going to shit. One night in a dusty compound, your teammate takes a round to the leg. Arterial bleed. Blood everywhere. You're the closest. You drop your rifle, slap a tourniquet on so tight, he screams, then keep fighting while you drag him to cover. He lives. That night you sit on the helo ride out staring at your bloody hands and realize you're not the same kid who rang in for assessment anymore. You've crossed a line. There's no going back. Level 3, experienced raider. Now they start giving you more responsibility. You're running your own 4-man patrol. You plan the routes, the infill, the exfil, the contingencies. When the operations officer gives you the mission brief, you take it back to your guys and turn it into something real. You're still young, but the younger raiders look at you the way you once looked at the old guys. With respect, with a little fear, with the hope that someday they'll be where you are. You lose your first man on your watch. Good kid, 19 years old. Took shrapnel from an RPG that got too close. You carried him to the bird yourself. Sat next to him the whole flight while the medic worked. He didn't make it. That night you sat alone on your bunk and stared at the wall for 4 straight hours. Nobody came to check on you. In the Raiders, they know some things you have to carry by yourself. Level 4, team leader. You pin on corporal, and suddenly you're in charge of the whole 4-man element. The weight hits different now. When you give the order to stack on that door at 0-200, you know every single man behind you is trusting you with his life. You plan harder, you rehearse longer, you check and double check, because a mistake at this level doesn't just get you killed. It gets your brothers killed. One mission, everything goes sideways. The intel was bad, the building was hotter than expected. You're taking fire from 3 directions, and your breacher is down. For 3 terrifying seconds, the whole world narrows to that moment. You make the call. Shift fire. Suppress left. We're going through the back wall. Your guys move like they were born to it. You drag the wounded man out yourself while laying down cover fire. Everyone makes it to the bird. Barely. After that op, your team leader pulls you aside and says something you'll never forget. You didn't panic. That's why they follow you. Level 5, senior operator. You're sergeant now, the go-to guy when shit gets real. Younger raiders come to you with questions, not because of the rank on your collar, but because you've been there. You've seen the elephant. You've carried bodies. You've made the hard calls. You start teaching the new guys the things that aren't in the manual, how to stay human when the job tries to turn you into a machine. How to keep your head when the world is exploding around you. Your body is starting to pay the price. Knees click when you run. Back aches from years of heavy rucks. Ears ring from too many breaching charges. But you tape it up, pop the ibuprofen, and keep going. Because quitting isn't in the DNA of a raider. Level 6, platoon sergeant. You're running a whole platoon now. Multiple teams. You're the senior enlisted guy making sure the officer's plans actually work on the ground. You're the one who tells a young lieutenant, quietly and respectfully, that his brilliant idea is going to get people killed. And because you've earned the right, he listens. You've been in long enough to see the cycle. New kids show up bright-eyed. Some make it, some don't. The ones who do start looking like you did a few years back. Hollow eyes. Quiet confidence. The ability to laugh at dark shit that would make civilians puke. One night after a rough op, you're sitting with your platoon on the bird ride home. Nobody's talking, just the sound of rotors and the smell of gunpowder and sweat. You look around at these men and realize you die for every single one of them without hesitation. And they'd do the same for you. That bond is rarer than gold. It's what keeps you coming back. Level 7, company leadership. You pin on higher rank and the view changes. You're no longer just worrying about your team or platoon. You're responsible for hundreds of raiders, training schedules, deployment cycles, making sure the young guys don't burn out and the old guys don't break. You sit in meetings where colonels and generals move pieces on a map, and you're the one who has to tell them whether those pieces can actually do what they're being asked to do. The weight is different now, heavier. You start losing sleep over decisions that affect entire missions. You write letters to families, you stand at attention at too many funerals. The ghosts start following you home. Level 8, senior command, you're at the level where strategy meets reality. You're advising at the highest levels. You know which operations will never see the light of day. You know the ones that will make headlines and the ones that save lives quietly. Your body is a roadmap of damage, surgeries, screws, scars. But your mind is sharp. You've seen enough to know what works and what doesn't. You still miss the stack sometimes. The simplicity of 4 guys, 1 mission, 1 door. Life was harder then, but it was cleaner. Level 9, the retiree. One day it's over. You hand in your gear. They give you a shadow box and a handshake. You walk out the gate for the last time, and the world feels too loud, too soft, too normal. People talk about traffic and sports and Netflix. You talk about things you can't talk about. The silence between you and everyone else grows. Some nights you still wake up at 0-200, checking your sectors. Some nights the dreams come back, the good brothers, the bad calls, the ones who didn't make it home. You keep their names in a quiet place. You go to the reunions. You drink with men who understand without needing words. And slowly, carefully, you try to figure out how to be a civilian again while still carrying the raider inside you. But here's the truth. They don't tell you at the beginning. The Marine Raiders don't leave you when you leave them. You carry every patrol, every door, every brother, every silent nod that said, "I've got you," when the world was trying to kill you. You carry the pride of belonging to something ancient and savage and beautiful. You carry the weight of being one of the few who volunteered for the hardest job and somehow made it through. And somewhere right now at Pendleton or Camp Lejeune, another kid is stepping off a bus into the cold surf at 0200. He's freezing, he's scared, he's wondering if he made the biggest mistake of his life. He doesn't know what it costs yet. He doesn't know about the brothers he'll lose, or the nights he'll never sleep again, or the way this life will rewrite who he is down to his bones. He just knows he wants it. He wants to be a Marine Raider the same way you did. The cycle doesn't end. It just waits for the next man crazy enough to volunteer. And if you're watching this right now and you feel that pull in your chest, that stupid, stubborn fire that says, I could do that, then maybe, just maybe, you already understand. The surf is cold, the ruck is heavy, the road is long, but on the other side of all that pain is something most people will never know. It's called being a raider. And once you earn it, nobody can ever take it away, not even you.